गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पता शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदान्त विद्यास्थानेभ्यैव च सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः, भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः, स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Hari Om. We had completed the Prashnopanishad. You have followed, all of you, and now I'll try to give you the summary of the whole Upanishad. How many classes we had? 50? 51 today. So 51 classes to condense in one class. So I'll not explain a lot. Mainly I will just tell what was the main point. So this Prashnopanishad is come from Atharvaveda, and it has 67 mantras, and there are 6 students who approached the teacher called Pippalayana. So these students, when they approached, teacher did not give the answer. Teacher said that you stay in the ashram with brahmacharya, tapasya, shraddha. And I will observe you, you also observe me. Let us see if we can be tuned to each other. So, in the music area, you will know that before they start their song, they take some time to tune the instrument. And those who are dancers, they go to the hall, they get tuned to stage, music, etc. So there is something called emotional acclimatization. So these students went there, so they acclimatized, whether he is fit or not. For many years, for 1 year they lived with tapasya, shraddha, brahmacharya. And after that they found that we can live in the ashram life and we can live with this teacher also. And teacher also saw their capabilities, their punctuality, their state of mind, their nishtha, their discipline, their commitment, their purity. Many things are there in a person which makes him fit or unfit. And ultimately teacher said, it's fine. Now you are fit students. You have vivek, vairag, shat sampatti and mumukshatu. And therefore all of you have option of asking one questions. I think the students went together and they decided what question should I ask in a sequence so that last question should not become the first. Let us ask the questions gradually. And in March 10th, when this Upanishad started, you had heard that first question was asked by Kabandi Katyayana. And Kabandi Katyayana asked the question. Remember, I will say first chapter or first question. Because in one chapter, one question, there are many sub-questions also. So I will say first chapter and there are many questions. In the first chapter, there are 16 mantras. And the 16 mantra, he asked where from, how come this whole creation has come? How did the whole creation has come? This is the Kuto Hava, from where the whole creation has come. What is the creation is not the question. That was the last person's question. That was the question of Bolo Bhargav, Sukesha. What is the creation? That is the last question. And how creation has come is the first question. There can be three questions. Why did God create the world? Which is a wrong question. What is the creation? How did He create is a better question, and best question is what is creation? Wrong question because it is based on a wrong assumption that God was there and creation was not there and then it was created. Therefore it is a wrong question. What your supposition is there before the question is not right. So first question was asked by Kabandi Katyayana, and he said God created Brahmaji or Prajapati. And that Prajapati or Brahmaji created in 4 stages, if you remember. First stage was Mithun Srishti, Surya and Chandra were created. Mithun Srishti, Surya and Chandra was created. And Surya and Chandra called, in other words, as Rai and Prana. What very, very gross language you call is that matter. and energy. Matter and energy, not spirit. Matter and energy. So in the creation there are two aspects, matter aspect and energy aspect. Energy also converts to matter, matter also converts to energy. This is the first level of creation. Then from that came Kal Srishti. And that Kal Srishti, when it comes, Surya and Chandra were created because of the matter energy. How, when, you have to refer it in your notes, or you can listen to it once more if you have interest. I know you won't listen, but still I'm saying. So the second is Kal Srishti. First is Mithun Srishti. And in that Kal Srishti, three things were there: Samvatsar, Mas and Divasa. Year, month and whole 24 hours. And Samvatsar was of two categories, Uttarayan and Dakshinayan. Mas had two portions, Shukla and Krishna, and Divas had two portions called day and night. Remember, Rai and Pran will pervade all. So in one portion energy is more, in one portion matter is more. So this is called the Kal Srishti. Don't forget, all these are coming from Prajapati only. From himself only he has created. He has not created objectively like the potter creates the pot. From him only these things are coming. Please note, we are not talking of consciousness at all. They are not the subject of consciousness. The first four questions mainly are dealing with karma and upasana. Mainly, at one place consciousness will come. First three questions rather. Now, this is the third one was, first was the Mithun Srishti, then Kal Srishti, then Anna Srishti. Anna Srishti, barley, rice, etc. came. Because if human being comes, what will it eat? So before the Praja Srishti, Anna Srishti came. So the four Srishti are coming from earlier one. So from the Prajapati, Mithun Srishti came. From Mithun Srishti, Kal Srishti came. From Kal Srishti, Anna Srishti came. And from Anna Srishti, Praja Srishti came. Human beings came. When I came, understand, manifested is the meaning, not that it was newly born. So these are the four stages. Lot has been talked about it. Lot has been talked, so don't say, how is it? So this is all Aparavidya is discussed. And Aparavidya is discussed because to get dispassion as well as to get qualification for Paravidya. And therefore, this has been mentioned. In this portion, after four Srishti, in between two sadhan is mentioned called Karma and Upasana. Karma and Upasana. You know, Ishtapuru Karma was mentioned. Ishtapur Karma was there. What you do for the society and what do for yourself. And these karma take you to Swarglok, etc. But if you do this karma for purification, it will make your mind more expansive mind. Pure mind means the mind which has lot of dissolving power. It dissolves others' negativity. It dissolves success. It dissolves failures. It dissolves situations, ups and downs of life. Impure mind means non-dissolving mind, which crystallizes any person's negativity, crystallizes anybody's positivity, crystallizes the sorrows and joys, and that crystal holds the smallness, and that is called non-dissolving mind. Ego means non, which does not dissolve the situation. Issues don't get dissolved. That is called egoistic personality. And one who is non-egoistic, in him issues get mostly dissolved. So when you have ishtapurta karma, so you have a very big mind to dissolve. You don't throw it out. So this kind of karma will take you to heaven, etc. If you are doing for antakaran shuddhi, this will take you to sadhan chatushtaya. It will develop dispassion for you. It will develop dispassion. Good actions, if it is surrendered, it will develop dispassion and mumukshatva. Okay? I hope you are remembering it. So I have to complete this. Otherwise we'll be stuck in the first question only. And upasana was another topic in this mention. Upasana means you identify with a certain big God. And karma and upasana, difference you heard. In karma there are many components, many people, many place, many time, many work, but one attitude. One attitude is there. I mean, I'm asking about good actions. So there are many things are there. Heterogeneous environment is there in the action. Heterogeneous kind of people are there. Heterogeneous kind of equipments are there. But in and through there is only one, intention is only one. At the intentional level there is no heterogeneous. Then it will be disturbing your karma. So such kind of unilateral, one single pointed intention, but multi-pointed actions. This will take you to higher lok, or it will take you to purity of mind. But what upasana does, upasana removes all that heterogeneous. People are not many around you. Actions are not many. Sadhana is not many. Upasana is mainly focusing on maintaining one higher thought for a long time. And because actually upasana is also a very big karma. Subtle karma is upasana. Upasana is a subtle karma. Sukshma karma is upasana. And because upasana is a powerful karma, therefore upasana's fruit is much bigger than the karma fruit. Because in upasana, shraddha and tapasya, these two things are heavily involved. There is more faith required. In karma, you don't need too much. You see that the faith is there. I am feeding the people, I am feeding the animals, or I am doing good, I am distributing clothes. So you see the direct result in the karma. I am making houses. But in upasanas, you are concerned with the higher Indra upasana, Brahma Aham Graho upasana, where you are seeing the unseen world and making your thought very pervasive. And because you have not seen it physically, but still you believe, therefore the Shraddha is too much. And in Upasana, you have to sit along and do more austerity than the karma, therefore. And there is more homogeneous thought in a homogeneous situation. In karma, there is a heterogeneous situation, heterogeneous thought, but single intention. In Upasana, homogeneous situation is there. And you have a homogeneous thought, therefore fruit of upasana will be homogeneous kind of fruit will come. Only joy-giving situation will be there. But the karma will have some mixture. And because karma is less intense, you are not that intense. And therefore the fruit of karma will be lesser, and the fruit of upasana will be much more longer and deeper. I hope you are understanding that. So these two important sadhana is also mentioned in this first question. Oh, I did not know this. No, you have to read. You did not tell it. You read it. Please go through your notes. And at that time you had written notes because SUP was there. So everybody was writing notes. And you can refer to your notes, class notes, home notes. And you can see many things were mentioned in that. Just brush up your memory. Well, I am listening first time as if. Only I remembered Kabandi Katyan. I don't know anything else. He is the only person I remember. So, this is another point. Two important sadhana are mentioned. Importance of moral values is mentioned also in this particular chapter or prashna. And importance of moral values are there. And it was mentioned that some moral values are there. Towards the last mantra, it was mentioned. And what was that one? Satya, Brahmacharya, Tap and Amaitvam. So four values mainly were mentioned. First was Satyam, that you have nothing to say false upon, because you are not a disintegrated person. Yesterday I was telling Manobal was there. So therefore Satyam is in me. I need not say something which I don't do, neither I have to hide something, neither I have to cover up something, because my life is very clear. And if I am wrong, I have the heroism to say I am wrong, and I'll improve it. Those who are cowards, they will hide their wrong. No, I do not. If I am caught, you did not catch me, I myself will say that I am wrong here. I am sorry, I'll improve that. Okay? So this was Satyam. Then it was mentioned Brahmacharyam. Remember, Brahmacharya for the Grahast was different, and Brahmacharya for Vanaprasthi is different. Brahmacharya for Brahmachari is different, and Brahmacharya for Sannyasi is different. I have taken these things in the classes. Brahmacharya for Brahmachari is living with the teacher with absolute obedience. Obedience and humility. Gurukul Vas. Brahmacharya for Grahast is living a controlled life, and only on a specific date and time or occasion you are uniting with the wife so that you can get out of that tendency as soon as possible and graduate to Vanaprasthashram. The Brahmacharya of the Vanaprasthi is Upasana. And Brahmacharya of the Sannyasi is reveling in Brahman. So these four levels of Brahmacharya are there, which is different Brahmacharya for different people. Okay. Tapaha, you heard tapaha many times. Tapasya is toughening our mind. Something which is right and you don't do it because it involves your physical and emotional pains, you still do it and try to, and even you don't like it physically or emotionally, still I continue doing so that I develop some kind of fearlessness from that action or person. You have toughened yourself. You have made yourself more stronger. Or what you don't like, you don't do. This is not right. What you like, whom you don't like to live with, you live with. Here two people were not liking each other. Both are not here, don't worry. So one camp was there. And I put, by mistake they were in the same room. By mistake. I was not there. Somebody else allocated, he did not know. And room was very small. So then when I saw, I said, see, God has a good sense of humor. So what can I do? I did not do that. So after 5 days, I met them. I said, how was your stay? Very good it was there. Then I asked, did you start talking? They say no. Still. अरे ठीक है, हेलो हाय तो कर लो, स्टार्ट टॉक, कुछ तो हेलो हाय कर लो, हरिओम कर लो, कुछ मत करो, तो ज़्यादा कुछ मत करो, हरिओम ही कर लो. So tapasya makes you cleaner from your mind. It maintains your emotional hygiene. Like when the dishes are dirty or they have oil, they say put under hot water. So hot water will take away the ghee or the oil and the stains. That is the tapasya of the vessels. So similarly, there is emotionally I got attached to something. It is emotional hygiene I'll get out of it, so that you feel more cleaner and fresh from inside. I don't know. It's not that I don't like. I love that person. It's not that I'm attached. I'm not attached. I can live without anybody. I'm conditioning myself to decondition from everything. So your qualification is increased. You are much more ready for higher flights. This is tapasya. And fourth thing was, if you remember, amayitvam, having a transparency, not having a crooked nature, hiding something, manipulating, and what is it called, showing something else. So like Shakuni, not having any hidden bad agenda. Many things you need to hide because of the country matters. Doctor may hide the report, certain reports. Or in the country, certain things has to be hidden. It cannot be put open. Everything you need not tell to everybody. Nobody needs to know everything. But what I hide is not because of my ahankar, or not because of my dislike and like. Like somebody's goodness is there and somebody's how is he? Because I don't like, I keep quiet. So this is called, he is hiding because of dislike. Or somebody's badness is there. Because I don't like, therefore I keep quiet and don't say anything. I hide something maybe for a very big cause, but there is what nature is, what is crookedness is not there. So these are the subject. So 4 kind of srishtis, then 2 kind of sadhan, and ultimately moral values. These are the 3-4 topics discussed in the first section, first chapter. Second chapter and third chapter deal with prana. Second chapter is prana stuti, and third chapter is prana upasana. What is that? Who is the student in the second chapter? Anybody remember? Bhargava. Good. Bhargava was and there are 13 mantras. In the first there are 16 mantras. In the second chapter or second prashna there are 13 mantras. Throughout life, don't forget it. And if you forget, please go through it. I will suggest you can go through it off and on. Once in a month, try to just brush up the previous thing, what you have heard. So you don't feel totally lost. What is this? So that prashna, now the question is, so first question was about utpatti, and second and third is about sthiti, where the world is there. Now, Bhargava Vedarbhihi asked 3 questions mainly. To Kabandi Katyayana. Okay. Pippalada. So, he asked the question, how many devatas sustain the body? How many principles sustain the body? And second question was, how many of them proclaim their glory? And third question was, among them, who is the superior most, greatest? So as you know that there are, any gross thing will be sustained by subtle. Anything cannot be self-sustaining. Remember that anything inert will not be sustained by itself. Like house is there, And house is maintained. House will not maintain itself. There will be somebody else who has to maintain the house. Garden will not be maintained by some automatically. Garden has to be maintained by the gardener. So who is the one who is sustaining these bodies? And then the answer was that subtle body is there, 17 elements were there. They are sustainers of the body. And all of them said, I am great, I am great. Eyes said, I am great. Ears said, I am great. Ultimately, Pran came. And Pran is a part of a subtle body, and subtle body that is there. Pran means here Kriya Shakti. Please note, Pran word has 3-4 connotations. Kriya Shakti, number 1. Number 2, Jeev associated with Kriya Shakti. And number 3, Hiranyagarbha. There are 3 connotations to the word Pran in the second and the third Prashna. If you don't understand, this Upanishad will become ticklish. I was having this Upanishad in 2008 or 7. And outside was written Prashnopanishad. So Swami Chidananji, he came. Nobody was here, I think. So he came to see me. And outside he saw this Prashna. He said, very ticklish Upanishad. And this is where the ticklish nature of the Upanishad starts. Where you say Pran is what? So Pran has 3 meanings. One is Kriya Shakti, not respiratory Pran. Although Pran will be used for respiratory system. Always understand which word is used where, in what context. Every word has a contextual meaning and not an absolute meaning. Word has a contextual meaning. Sandarbhanusar artham asti. As is the sandarbh, so is the meaning. So 3 questions were there. And remember, all are holding eyes, ear, tongue, leg. All devatas are behind that. Sense organ means there are devatas behind that. All devatas are holding this body. If these devatas will go away, body is dead after that. It is dead body. Why? Because the devatas have gone. Holder have gone. Holder has gone. And when holder is gone, held is also gone then. Now, who is the greatest among them? So it was there said that greatest among them is the prana. Why? If you remember, he said, okay, I am leaving. And when he started leaving, everybody started leaving. And therefore, we said, pran chala gaya inka. We use the word prani. So prana asti yasya. So who has pran is called prani. So if the eyes go away, person is still living. Hands go away, somebody's hand is cut, he can still live. Legs are cut, he can still live. All devatas are there. But one pran is a specific devata. If he is not there, nobody. Therefore, in the deep sleep also pran is awake. Pran is there at all time. And because of pran, the digestion goes, the circulation goes, the heart is pumping. From womb to tomb, even in the womb also the heart is pumping of the baby. The heart pumps of that baby in the womb also. So pran is working from there. Acha? Oh, so pran is greatest. Wait, let me complete. Not Vyashti prana. This Samashti pran is greatest. Not breathing pran, but the Hiranyagarbha expressing through your what is it called? Respiratory system. Because pran is one of the part of subtle body. But the Hiranyagarbha expressing through that is called the pran here. Not the exclusive Vyashti pran is called pran here. Acha. Okay. ठीक है ना? So this prana alone is the holder aspect of everything. If you remember, Hiranyagarbha had come earlier also. And I told you that consciousness conditioned by Samashti, Prana Shakti, Gyan Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Ichha Shakti. Well, yes, yes. I've heard in somewhere I have heard. No, here only we had heard, not somewhere. Here only we had heard. Few days back only I had taken this, if you remember. है ना? So this is whether it is a tree, whether it is the moon, whether it is the sun, whether it is the water, whether it is the ocean, whether it is the manliness of the man, whether it is the femininity of the female, whether it is the childness, innocence of the child, everything is held by, it is the dharma holder, dharmi is there. And therefore, this prana will decide, which prana? Samashti prana will decide how long Veshti prana has to be there. You have no right to hold your Veshti prana. You cannot say, I want to live long, and therefore I will not stop breathing. I want to live long. I want to live long, don't take my life. There you have no right at all. When time will come, the Samashti Pran will withdraw from the Veshti Pran, whether you like or you don't like. Only, but I want to live, still my clothes are not dried. Like, let me first take my clothes, iron it, then I'll want to pass away. There is no. I have seen people, having big businessmen. Very big project he had. In the night, he tried to sign in a very big meeting of all the MDs of this. Billionaires they are. And 9 o'clock meeting, and 12 o'clock he passed away. So you have no right over your holding of the prana in the body. Neither you have any right that this prana will come only in this body. This prana has passed, now I will come in this body. In this person, I want to be this person's son. So I will come in your womb. So you have no right that I will be the son or daughter of this person now. Huh? You have no right. Or I want to be elephant. So, and therefore I will enter into elephant's body. You have no right over it. ये समष्टि प्राण है, उसकी वही समष्टि प्राण will decide, called Hiranyagarbha. I hope you are understanding this. And therefore, in the second prashna, lot of stuti was there. He is in the garbh. So many stutis was there. If you have revised, which I doubt, so you will have, as the hub is holding, this prana was holding. Same hub example was here also. He is in the Rigved, he is the Prajapati, he is the Swadha of the Pitar, he is the Swaha of the Devatas, and he is the one on which everything is offered, and he is the Indra, he is the Rudra, he is the Antariksh, he is the Surya, he is everything. As Sarvatmak was mentioned, the Prana. You can go and revise that if you have any interest. And he is the speech in me. So Prana that pervades everywhere, therefore he is superior most. Please don't forget, Prana promoted to Jeev plus Prana, and Kriya Shakti promoted to Kriya Shakti associated with the Jeev, and promoted to Hiranyagarbha, which is pervading your subtle body. Oh. So if I pray to Hiranyagarbha, he can increase my age. Why you want to increase your age? Well, live properly. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about your age. Still you have some time. Only how much time is there? Depends. How much time is difficult to say. But today's day, whatever is there, you'd use your best. You don't know how close is Yamraj. They say the silent footsteps of the death is not heard. You don't hear that he is coming, like thak, 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 thak is not heard. So use your time in the best manner. वो तो हिरण्यगर्भ हटा देंगे. It will take you out. This was the second question. Third question was Pranoupasana. And third question, Ashwalayan was the disciple. And number of mantras were 12 mantras. 16 plus 13 plus 12. If I'm missing something, you can correct it. If my numbers are wrong or something, you can add it and say 67 is coming or not later on. Later on you can check also how many, 12 are there. So you can see later on that it is 16 plus 13 plus 12 are there or not. So third mantra, please note, in Pranoupasana, Ashwalayan had asked few questions. Number one question is, how does this Eshaha, this Vyashti, how the life comes up? What you say, Jeev comes up. How this Jeev comes up? Here the prana is the meaning of Jeev. Number one. Number two, how it enters into the body. Number three, how it stays in the body. Number four, how it is sustained in the body. And number five, how it leaves the body. These are the few questions that were asked. See what this is the purpose of Parayan. When you do Parayan, so it is in the surface of your mind. Some idea is there. Otherwise, when you don't read the text after studying, so as if you have never read it, it becomes like that. It becomes a totally new thing. They say, if you don't, rub the feet of the horse, or you don't shift the pan leaves, and don't turn the pages of the scriptures, all will be forgotten and useless. Acha? It will become as if it's a new thing. So, this life is born from Atma. If you remember, this was the answer. As Chaya is born. Example was given of the Chaya. Chaya example was given. I don't know whether you remember or not. So, Atmana yeshah prano jayate yatha purushe chaya etasmin etad atatam. What do you mean by that? As chaya or the shadow is false, similarly this jeev is also false. Of how it is all these things that has been discussed in lot of details. In details it has been discussed. Why it is false? Because from that Atma nothing can come out. There cannot be reflection possible of the self. Reflection is possible only of an object. That sun is reflected in the water. But you cannot have reflection of something which is all pervading. And any reflection of all pervading, like space is reflected. This is said in Panchadashi. Space is reflected. You cannot have reflection of space. Space, reflected space will be false space. In the water, if the space is reflected, it will be false. Why? Because there where reflection is happening, there itself space is there. And therefore, any separateness that comes out will always be false. And therefore, like the shadow comes from an object, similarly, the Atma, from the Atma comes the Jeev. That means it's a false entity. Like from the dream comes the dream Purush. Second question was how it enters into the body. So entry was through Sankalp, Kam and Karma. Entry was through Sankalp, Kam and Karma. He does Sankalp, I have to attain this. Supposing you are there and you had a Sankalp that I want to become a rich person, and this birth you couldn't become rich. So depending on your Pap Punya, you will enter into a rich man's house. Or this birth, you could not do meditation and you wanted to meditate and learn Sanskrit a lot, and you did not learn Sanskrit because of any reason and you passed away. but you wanted to learn Sanskrit. So what will happen in the next birth? You will be born in the house where Sanskrit is taught or heard, or people are meditating. So as per your sankalp and calm and karm, this will take the respective body. And around the situation will try to bring out that sankalp into action. This is how it enters the body. I'm giving good example, it can be worst example. Supposing you dislike somebody, dislike is also a sankalp. So you will be born in a house where everybody dislikes a lot. Quite negative people are there in the house. So quite a hate environment is there. Because you have ordered it through your sankalp. So hate pradhan, dislike, all the time they criticize and complain against somebody. Because that kind of house you are born, because that kind of jeev was there. So from the beginning he is hearing complaints and negativity and this kind of environment is there. Therefore I say don't be negative, because it will go through a long way. It is not going to end here. It will go through a very, very long way. Even if you don't talk about it, if you think that itself as sankalp has come, you are ordering your next birth. And maybe whom you don't like because you remember him a lot, he will come in some form to sustain your sankalp there. Oh my God, this birth also is there, next birth also is there. Oh my God, again he will come. Yes, why? Because you are ordering him. You are only ordering him or same kind of person. There are many kind of people, but similar variety will be there. Next birth also, yes, he'll be around you because you think a lot about him. He'll become your son, daughter, wife, husband, mother, father, brother, neighbor. And unnecessarily he'll be after you. Unnecessarily, without any rhyme and reason, he'll be after you. You feel, I am not doing anything wrong. Why is after me only? Why it troubles me when I am not doing anything wrong? Because you have been thinking a lot and your thought has taken a form. It's not an accident. And supposing you are too attached to somebody, so next birth around, like him, some person will come again. So there are a lot of consequences and long-lasting consequences. When I say long-lasting, it means 500 years, 700 years. So these really serious matters are there. Jealousy is in me. So jealousy, then now you will be surrounded by somebody who is better than you. God will place somebody so that you can see that he is better than me and our jalo, be more jealous now. Any emotion will get an object in due time for it to express bad and worse. Calm is there in me. So you'll be surrounded by calmy people who will force you for calm. You have sadhuta, you have saintliness in you, meditation in you. You'll be surrounded by somebody in the next birth who will make you do saintly work, who will take you to the satsang, who will take you to the saints. You'll be born in that environment. So how he enters, this is the sankalp, calm and karma. Third question was how he stays in the body. Pran stays in the body by dividing into fivefold physiological functions. Pran, apan, vyan, saman, udan. Respiratory system is called pran. This is not the main pran. This is a sub-pran. Apan is excretory, vyan is circulation, saman is digestion, and udan is security and departure department. When it has to depart, then udan will take you. It will take you to the next birth. So this is how it stays. This is the third question. How it sustains? It is sustained by the cosmos. So there are 5 kind of pranas are in the samashti also. If you remember that. Total sun was the main golak of the samashti prana. And what was the golak of samashti apan? earth. And Golok of Samasti Vyan was the whole air, etc. You can go and see. Well, there's so many things to see. I don't know how they studied the scriptures, so complicated. Learn Sanskrit also, this also, by heart also, do Upasana also, do Sadhana also. I don't know how these people did, I don't know. So this is the this is the fourth question. And last question is how it leaves. So when Prarabdha is over, when that particular Prarabdha is over, Prarabdha means only he had to go through a limited fruit of action. He needs another environment to express himself and Prarabdha, which he does not know, but he needs another environment. Like in this birth also you had rebirth. No, we didn't. No, I'm telling you how. You were in the school, one school. So that was one janma. Another, you went to the college, another janma was there. Then you went to the university. In this birth also you were placed at different set of people. That was as if the rebirth here. And finally you are here. And the old one have forgotten totally. As if we did not know them and they also don't know us. Within this, totally you were in different environment at once upon a time. And this lok was totally unknown to you. Dekho, bachpan mein, childhood, what kind of environment was there? Or when you were young, what kind of environment was there? Those friends, those people. Now, as if you have been transported here. Because your prarabdha there is over, or your samskar there is over, and you are brought here or somewhere else. See, different people. Those people are totally off now. They don't see you also. They don't come also. All love and hatred gone. So this is the third prashna. Fourth prashna, let me see. Last, it is written, one who meditates upon this pran, he attains Brahmalok. This is the third question. Third prashna. Fourth prashna was asked by Gargya. And there are 11 mantras into it. 11 mantras. Then from this portion, Vedanta is starting. What are the questions here? Questions are that in the dream state, which organs withdraw? Number 2 question was, which organ is awake in the dream state and who experiences the dream? There are 3 questions about dream. One question is who experiences the joy in the deep sleep? 4th question. And last question is, what is that in which whole thing is sustained? What is that Atma in which whole thing is sustained? These are the 5 questions in the 4th prashna. 3 are on dream, 1 is on deep sleep, and 1 is on what is the center and sustainer of the whole world. So anytime when you also take the classes, you also have to summarize it. You tie it in one garland. Then there is a satisfaction that I now. Otherwise, I forgot what was said before May, in April. I don't know. So this is a good way of studying. So first question was, who all withdraws? All sense organ withdraw. Don't say mind withdraws. Mind does not withdraw. Sense organ withdraw in the dream. Who is awake in the dream? Tell me. Mind and? No. Pran. I told also just now. Pran is not gone in the dream. Otherwise you will not get up. If the pran goes away, then after deep sleep, you have increased the work of the people around. So, you cannot do your own anteshti. Automatically you came and you lifted the body and put. You cannot do. So this is the which organ are awake? Prana and the mind. Who experiences the dream? the mind along with the consciousness. Chaitanya Sahit Mana. Not only Chaitanya, not only mind along with the consciousness. That mind divides into experiencer and experienced. Acha? See, they are taking from gross to subtle. Now, in the deep sleep, who experiences the joy? No, causal body is there. So the consciousness conditioned by causal body called pragya. Consciousness conditioned by the causal body called pragya experiences the joy in the deep sleep. Joy, of course, Atma is there. But Atma is always with some conditioning. So that conditioning is called the causal body. Karan Sharir. And this experiences the joy of the self in the dream, in the deep sleep state. And what is that self? All these three states are witnessed by that consciousness, in whom these three states are coming, like in the one screen, three films are coming and going. And all the films are based on the screen. Similarly, all the states are based on the self. And it was list of 36 was there. Earth and Tanmatra and the object, something like that. So around more than 30 were there. All are sustained on the consciousness. They are the one which is superimposed on the Atma. And this question was expanded in the last question. This fifth question of fourth chapter was extended in the last Prashna asked by Sukesha. Now coming on to the fifth question, fifth chapter. Fifth chapter, there are only 7 mantras. And it has been asked by Satyakama. Satyakama had asked this question about what is the essence of Omkar Upasana. Remember that? Omkar Upasana. Omkar has 3 letters, A-U-M, and it was mentioned, one is called Upper Brahma, is called, upper one is lower in, upper in English, is upper in Sanskrit is lower. So Upper Brahma, don't say lower Brahma, Upper Brahma and Para Brahma. So Upper Brahma is inferior Brahma, A-U-M. If you do Upasana of A, remember that what was the result? You come back in this human birth. You will born in a very good family and you will have lot of opportunities for spiritual growth. Pure place will be there. Your mind will have scintillating memory. This is photographic memory. Scintillating memories you will have. You will be brilliant. No, that I already am. No. You will be extraordinary. You will write, you will read, and you will by heart the shlok. Swami Abhedananda used to say, when I was as a child, I used to by heart 30 verses in a day. I used to see and it got by hearted. So because they have done upasana, so that Devata is inside them, and therefore they are much more brilliant, and they will get lot of opportunity outside, and inside quietness is there. Who do akar upasana. When I say upasana, it means 12 hours you are sitting and chanting like that. Akar upasana. Those who do ukar upasana, they go to Pitralok and come back. That is much bigger lok. And those who do makar upasana, they go to Brahmalok. This is upper Brahma upasana. And Parabrahm is amatra. That is not upasana, it is jnana. Amatra jnana is there. A-uma upasana is there. One is apara Brahma, other is Parabrahma. Now 6th question you have just read recently. I need not go into it. It had 8 mantras, if you remember. Just we saw yesterday, and this was Sukesha had asked this question, Sukesha Bharadwaja, and he had asked this question, what is Shodash Kalaha Purusha? And Shodash Kalaha Purusha, Shodash Kalaha is Jagat, and Shodash Kalaha Purusha is the consciousness conditioned by the Jagat, called Virat, etc., if you remember. And it was answered beautifully that, he is, from him the whole world comes, and that means he is the Upadan Karan, and Ikshan Chakre, he visualized, that means he is the Nimitta Karan. I had taken a lot of time. More important, by saying that he is obtained in the body, who is the cause of the whole world is obtained in the body is Mahavakya, because the cause of the world in me, that means Tat and Twamar, same Tat Tamasi is there. This is a brilliant point here mentioned by Pipalachi. And this way, Aham Brahmasmi was the conclusion. Ultimately, Paridrashtuhu word was used. He was the Drishta also. He sees like the whole rivers go back to the ocean. Similarly, whole world goes back into that self for Purush. Purushayanaha. Purush they go without changing it. And therefore, Purush is the substratum. From that, the whole Srishti comes, in that it stays, and in that into it goes back. And this is called Parabrahma. And Pipalaji said, other than this I don't know, neither there is something to be known. And that concluded. And 7th mantra and last mantra, all the students did the puja of their teacher and said, you are like my greatest father, and you have given the birth to the thought of Brahman and taken me out from the endless tormenting cycles of birth, disease, death, old age. Yugas after yugas we are born. Years after years, thousands of years we are flung from one birth to another birth. You are the one who gave me absolute quietness. So what can I offer other than my namaskar and my ankar? So this concludes the Prashnopanishad. If you remember, 67 verses were there total. 16 plus 13 plus 12 plus 11 plus 7 plus. Is it coming to 67? Okay, thank you. So this we completed. By God's grace, we offer it all to His feet. And Puj Gurudev, you all revise it. We took it after the course, I think, Prashnopanishad. And tomorrow we will complete the 2nd chapter of Panchadashi. But do revise it and come prepared. Any day you can have some test. Om. Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om. 2nd chapter.